Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much could depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Today is Friday, the 20th day of September 2024. I bring a news update. Don't allow Mazinam Kanu to appear in any Nigerian court again. They will convict him without offense. Mazinam wants lawyers. Yes, that's what's happening now as the Biafran Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, talking about Mazinam has warned lawyers of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Onyendu Mazinam Kanu, not to proceed with the trial on October 21, 2024. Yes, of course, in August 2024, a lawyer Jimako, Kanu's lead counsel, disclosed that the trial has been adjourned to October 21, 2024, due to the failure of the DSS to produce Onyendu Mazinam Kanu in court. Yes. Now the judge also ruled that the trial could not commence without the presence of Mazinam Kanu. Oh yes. Now Mazinam believed that trying Onyendu Mazinam Kanu would be a grave injustice to the IPOB leader. He argued that Onyendu Mazinam Kanu has no case in any Nigerian court. Oh yes. He contended that Onyendu Mazinam Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and extradited to Nigeria for trial which violates international and domestic laws. Yes, he said, look, Mazinam Kanu must not allow Nigeria to try him any longer. He said a country that kidnapped him from Kenya and put him on trial against international and domestic laws, of which their court freed him and the government refused to release him, had no intention of giving him a fair trial. He said they will convict him without offense. And then he said the lawyers must make sure no trial again. Oh yes, so he has no case in any Nigerian court. That's what Mazinam is saying. Oh yes, they will convict him without offense. Yes, said the lawyers must ensure that Mazinam Kanu avoids Nigerian courts. Yes, of course that is what it's supposed to be, because the judgment of October 13, 2022, the appellate court judgment or the appeal court judgment explicitly puts it that no Nigerian court have the jurisdiction to try him. Yes, they said it in that judgment. No Nigerian court has the jurisdiction, if you like, the capacity to try him, the legal capacity to try him any longer. Yes, from that time, October 13, 2022, the court said so. So nobody, no court, because the government themselves violated the international rules, international treaty, by the kidnap. You kidnap someone. Yes, that is illegality. So you are standing on the illegality and you want to try someone. You want to prove to the world that this person committed a crime. Whereas you are standing on illegality, so it cannot stand. You cannot put something on nothing. There must be something before you put something on top of it. So the ground is not established. So there's nothing you can put there. So it's illegality. Yes. So that's what the court said. You cannot try him. No court has the legal, right or jurisdiction to continue with Mazinam Kanu's trial. So that is it. So Mazinam is actually re-echoing that judgment of the appellate court of October 13th, 2022. That's simple. So the lawyers must ensure this, because these things we're saying, it is how it's supposed to be. Oh yes, you kidnap someone, you punish him, you torture him, you waste ordinary rendition on him, and you want to tell the world that he committed offense. And because he committed offense, you fail to adhere to the rules and regulations. Yes, to international treaty and protocols governing extradition. Oh yes. And again, that appellate court is an appeal court in the Nigerian jurisdiction or jurisprudence, declared him free from all the frivolous charges prevailed against him by the federal government. Yes, they declared that the federal government must apologize to him. Oh yes. They must compensate him adequately. Oh yes. That apology must be rendered on at least 2 national dailies. Not less than 2 national dailies. That apology. And adequate compensation. So we have seen all these things. The Buhari regime failed woefully to do it. They neglected the court judgment. They treated it with levity. They said it doesn't matter. Yes, that is what happened. They said it doesn't matter. Let's forge ahead with our impunity, with our executive recklessness. Yes, let's forge ahead. Nothing happens. We're in charge. We have the power. We have the military. We have the police. We have the judiciary. Yes, they went to the Supreme Court to bring this confusion we're seeing. First of all, they purchased the backyard stay of execution to stay the judgment of the appellate court. They transferred the panel of judges that delivered that October 30th judgment, that historic judgment. They transferred them immediately. They transferred them. Some were transferred to Kanu, to Lagos, because it was done in Abuja. The appellate court in Abuja ruled that Onyendu has no case with any Nigerian court. Yes, they faulted the Nigerian government for the kidnap. So they transferred all of them. Yes, and deployed new justices. And now they went to the new justices and procured the fraudulent backyard stay of execution of that judgment before proceeding to Supreme Court. And they stayed there for months without transmitting the CTC to the Supreme Court, the certified true copy of judgment, to commence the trial at the Supreme Court. No, they wasted a lot of time there. First Supreme Court now said, go back to Federal High Court. Go back to Federal High Court. We will start there again, to Federal High Court. That's why to start the judgment again. So you have seen this abracadabra. Yes, it's purely to continue to detain Mazen Kanu. Yes, endlessly. That's the point. So Mazen Simon Abraham seen all this nonsense going on, and he said, look, it's better to shun these courts. Boycott them. Don't attend. Don't present yourself again. The lawyers, you must adhere to this. Do not present him again. This is abracadabra. Yes, a country that, violates their own rules. A country that disobeys their own court's judgment, the judgment from their courts of law. So you think you can get any justice from that kind of government? No. Their own is might is right. They have the money, the resources of the people. They have it in their coffers. They have the power, they have the army, they have the police, they have everything. So they must make sure